I'm going to show you a way to make a tofu salad dressing from scratch that's really fast and really tasty. Now the ingredients are the basics for Japanese food. We've got the mayonnaise and the mirin and the soy. Let me show you how to put it all together to make a real simple dressing. So it's for tofu salad dressing, but the key ingredient is going to be ginger. I'm going to show you a really fun way to grate this ginger down so you don't get a lot of that fiber. So we'll take a nice little finger of ginger, and all these little fingers, these sub fingers, I just want you to kind of cut them out. And you're just kind of shape this ginger, kind of square off all these little ends. Now I know that, this is waste to some, but it's just not worth it. The time it's going to take you to try to get ginger out of that is going to put you off to trying to cut and peel ginger. So we'll just get rid of it. So we'll take the nice finger of ginger, square it off, and I'm just going to shave down the skin. Now you can do this with a peeler, but if you're really comfortable with a knife, it's just a lot easier to do it with a knife. I'm really just rotating and just keeping the blade along the body of the ginger. And I'll do that to the other side. We'll square off the other side and just bring the blade with slight pressure and just kind of push the skin away. Now that the skin's gone, let me clean it up a little bit. With the skin gone, the secret is this. Take a box grater. We all have one of these in the house. And find the small, smooth holes. And these are the ones. So lay it down with the smooth holes up. Take a piece of saran or cling film and just push it over. It doesn't have to be completely wrapped in. You just want it secured on. And we'll take the piece of ginger and just rub back and forth on the saran. It's real simple. Now, you would think that the ginger is going to push through, but it doesn't. It really just kind of floats on top of the smooth holes on the saran, and that's how we get this really great ginger pulp. Now, this is a really cool trick anywhere you need ginger. You don't just have to do it when making tofu salad. But what happens is, after grating, the actual fibers will stay onto the knob of ginger, and we have pure 100% ginger pulp right there. So that's a real fun technique that I want you to take with you. So we're just going to take the ginger pulp and start the dressing. So that'll go in. This is mayonnaise. I'm using a low-fat mayonnaise here. Feel free to use a full mayonnaise if you want, but I really like the option of having less fat in my dressing. So a little bit of the low-fat mayonnaise in there. And I'm making a ton of dressing. When you do make these dressings, it's really a good idea to make more than you need and just keep them in a bottle in the fridge. So whenever you're craving like a tofu salad or any kind of salad dressing, you don't have to go through this whole process just to make it. Okay, moving on. Now I've got a little bit of mirin. Mirin is just sweetened sake, so this is going to give us a little bit of the sweet. Mirin goes in. So let's think about the yum here. We've got the sweet. How about a little sour? Rice vinegar is going to be our sour. And salad dressings usually have a really nice component of acid in there. So the acid in this case, again, is the rice vinegar. And salty now, soy sauce. And we're using the dark soy sauce for the cooking and the light soy sauce for the dipping. Now I'm thinking about how much salty I want. I don't want too much. I want it all to kind of balance out. And here's that ingredient that might be a little tough to find, but I'll just talk you through it. This is called goma. And goma is basically roasted sesame seed powder. At the store you can find it prepared, but if you had to make this at home, you take a little bit of the roasted sesame seeds, grind them up either in a mortar or a blade grinder, add a little salt and sugar in there to give it a nice seasoning. So the goma powder goes in. And then I'm going to need a little bit of water just to keep things moving around a little bit. So I have sugar here in case I need it. The mirin is a little bit sweet already, so if I am going to use a little sugar, I'm just going to use a little touch just to kind of give it some interest. So a tiny bit of sugar in, and now it's time to blend. Now I want you to do this in pulses. I don't like to keep the blender just running, so I'll hit it a few pulses to see how incorporated the ingredients get. Excellent. So I'm going to give this a taste before I actually put it away in the fridge to chill. And this is your chance to play with it in case you're lacking anything. And everyone kind of has their own yum, their own seasoning. So I'm going to want a little more sweetness in this. And I'm going to want just a little bit more soy sauce for a little saltiness. So that's perfect. I'll give that another 2 pulses and this is done. Now, if you're not using this right away, feel free to put it in a little squeeze bottle or accrue it and it'll work perfectly.